this is Ackley, Attack4427 here, and welcome to another episode of WTPU, aka What the Pickup? Now, as you may recall, in the last episode of the show, which you can see right down over here, I talked about the custom Ruby Rose emblem brooch that I got all the way from Short Stuff Arts on Etsy, to which I actually got for, of course, one of my next cosplays that I'm going to be revealing very soon, which is my Ballerina Ruby Rose cosplay, to which, yeah, I will have to say, I was really impressed with how well it actually turned out, and really did help match with, of course, the actual emblem that Ruby wore in, of course, the show for sure. And yeah, needless to say, I think Short Stuff Arts on Etsy did a really fantastic job crafting this for sure, and it's gonna go great for when I'll actually reveal my Ballerina Ruby Rose cosplay pretty soon, to which, yeah, I think I may shoot to actually show it off somewhere around this month for sure, but we're gonna have to wait and see when the time comes around for that. But I guess until then, if you want to check that episode out for yourself, then don't worry about a thing. There's a card over there over at the top right corner of the screen, as well as, of course, the link to it down in the description box below. So yeah, whichever you prefer, go right ahead. I'll wait until you come back. Yeah, take all the time you need. I'll be here by the time you come back for sure. In fact, yeah, I was really lucky to actually get that brooch for sure. And yeah, like I said, it's gonna go great for when I'll reveal my Ballerina Ruby Rose cosplay pretty soon. But hey, probably best not to get way too ahead of ourselves for sure. We're probably gonna leave that for the future to decide, and let time be the judge of that. And given to what I actually said for, of course, that brooch that I'm using for that said cosplay, for those of you who are actually getting sick and tired of me pretty much cosplaying as numerous different versions of Barbara from Genshin Impact, well, there you go. There's another character I've cosplayed as before that is not Barbara from Genshin Impact, so there you go. And for while I will have plans to actually do more versions of Barbara later on, I'm giving you guys what you want, and pretty much letting me go for anyone else aside from Barbara. So again, there you go. Simple as that. Alright, I guess if how you did already see the last episode of this show, we might as well go ahead and start off this episode as we normally do. Well, I guess I've decided to take a break from, of course, stuff that I actually got very recently, and I think it makes sense for me to finally look over on some items that I've held on to many years that I definitely do think pretty much deserve their own episode. And surprisingly enough, for this one I'm going to be talking about here today, yeah, I've held on to it for a long time now for strange and obvious reasons, but I think it makes sense for me to talk about it for today's episode for sure. What is it, you may ask? Well, I'll pull it up right now. Yeah, I guess you can kind of see where I'm getting at, folks. I guess for today's episode, we're going to be talking about this lovely pillow peg of Thomas the Tank Engine that I currently got for sure. Yeah, I do find it kind of strange that I've held on to this for a long time now for sure, but I guess seeing how I don't have plans to buy any new items for the time being, I think maybe it's about time that I finally talk about this one for sure, since I've held on to this for many years for sure. So yeah, that's what I kind of figure out we're gonna do. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Alright then, so yeah, now that we got the introduction out of the way, we might as well go ahead and actually talk about this for sure. Now I guess there's a couple of things I need to get out real quick. If you know me, of course, on my channel for a long time, I made it no secret that I have been a long-time fan of Thomas the Tank Engine for quite a long time now for sure, and yeah, I've talked about it numerous times on, of course, this show that yeah, I guess if anything, pretty much, I think my experience with it as a whole, yeah, I guess it needs no introduction, of course, on that front. You have seen my videos in the past, so I think we can pretty much get the idea, of course, that part. But a lot like everyone else, I think I make it no secret that I've actually owned pretty much some good bits and pieces of Thomas and Friends merchandise from past to present for sure. Now, and I guess if anything, I'm not really, I haven't really collected that much Thomas merch for a long time now because I haven't really kept up to date on, of course, the show as of now for sure, but I still think it still holds a place in my heart for sure for obvious reasons for sure, so yeah, and of course, oddly enough, out of all the merchandise I've actually got revolving around Thomas the Tank Engine, this one, I've actually held on to many years that I'm honestly quite surprised that I still have even to this day for sure. But I guess if anything, I think it makes sense for me to mention this one for sure because I did mention, of course, it is revolving around my childhood icon, but there is another reason pretty much on why I've decided to talk about this one for sure. Now, of course, if you pretty much, I guess, if anything, I think I might as well ask one simple question. Given to, of course, this that I have right here, I'm pretty sure you are familiar with, of course, this line of merchandise that's been around in the past, which is, of course, pillow pets. Yeah, and yeah, I guess we pretty much know the pillow pets for sure, mainly because of course, the ever popular commercial that's popped up on numerous channel blocks for sure. Yeah, and of course, pretty much, I guess, if anything, probably, I guess, the main factor, of course, all of that would probably have to be two of the pretty much well-known kids networks for a long time, which are, of course, Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon for sure, so. And basically, the whole idea of course, the pillow pets in a nutshell is, of course, well, as described, of course, in the ever-popular jingle that they play in all the commercials is, of course, well, it's a pillow and it's a pet. So, yeah, kind of makes sense, of course, that front. So yeah, honestly, I think I wasn't really, I think I never actually owned any pretty much all of the pillow pets they actually showed up for sure, but of course, based on the commercials that I've actually seen by far, I will admit they actually do look surprisingly cute for sure, and yeah, I can definitely see some really nice kids actually having these pillow pets for sure. In fact, yeah, and I think it's a good thing I actually mentioned that because alongside one of Thomas's wheels, yeah, there we go. So, yeah, you can definitely see the pillow pets label right on it for sure, So yeah, I guess if anything, these were actually a really big deal back in the day, ever since they first came around for sure, especially pretty much on the category of products under the as seen by TV category for sure. So yeah, honestly, I guess there is obvious reasons, of course, why they actually lasted for a long time for sure, and yeah, truth be told, I can definitely see why for sure. Yeah, I mean, sure, I wasn't really that big into it, to be honest, but I can definitely see why a lot of people seem to really enjoy these pillow pets for sure. And I guess surprisingly enough, this Thomas the Tank Engine one that I actually got, fun fact actually, this is of course probably the first and so far only pillow pet that I currently own as we speak, and funny story, actually, is that when I was a kid, I actually somehow got this at, of course, a local festival in my area from one of the vendors. I kind of forgot, of course, pretty much on what it is, but yeah, I think it's safe to say since the pillow pets were around in probably like the mid to late 2000s or maybe the early 2010s, maybe. I'm gonna take a wild guess to say maybe this might have came out around that time for sure. But I could be wrong for the most part for sure, because yeah, honestly, it's been a long time since these came around for sure. But needless to say, I think we actually did get this one for me at, of course, a local festival for sure from where I live, and yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense, of course, that front, because, well, I do love Thomas the Tank Engine, and yeah, I think it's about time that I have my own pillow peg for sure. So yeah, I guess it's been a long time coming, so I think it makes sense to actually talk about this one for sure. So yeah, let's get right to it. Alrighty then, so yeah, now that we got the whole backstory out of the way, we can now finally go ahead and talk about this one for sure, and yeah, given to what I've actually seen by far, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I think this actually does look quite nice for sure. Yeah, I think from what I've actually seen from, of course, pretty much the whole body structure for, of course, this one. Yeah, I think they actually did an incredible job in actually recreating Thomas actually quite well for sure. And yeah, I guess if anything, pretty much the nice stuff they added in, like, of course, the funnel and the dome for sure, to the nice color usage for of course, the felt fabric for sure, all throughout what is supposed to be Thomas's boiler for sure, and even nice little details in, of course, his cab area for sure. I will admit they actually are quite nice for sure, and even the face, I will have to say, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I think they really replicated Thomas's face rather flawlessly for sure. So yeah, and of course, yeah, like I said, I think the nice material they actually used to really perfect this one flawlessly. Yeah, I will have to say they really did a good job, and of course, doing all that for sure, and of course, yeah, even details like that are nicely sewn from what I could gather are actually really something to admire for sure. So yeah, I guess I knew right away that since they did want to sell, of course, making this look like Thomas the Tank Engine, they have to make it look like Thomas the Tank Engine for sure, and I think they definitely succeed at that for sure. Although I guess if anything, for my one complaint is that, or I guess two complaints to be honest, is that I think the red strip representing Thomas's running board, and of course his front buffers, I don't know. I think I will have to say I really don't think they are massively. I don't think they are actually perfectly aligned as of now, but I mean, it's completely understandable, because when the pillow pets first started, they wanted to replicate some really nice animals that we all know and love, and for while that actually did work in the past ones, this one, from what I could gather, yeah, I just really don't think, the front buffers, from what I could gather, actually translate quite well, to be honest, for sure. That alone is probably my one of many complaints I actually have with, of course, this one. While, of course, the wheels, I mean, they're not bad by all means, but I think they do kind of look like ants' feet as opposed to the wheels for Thomas for sure. But then again, maybe that's the whole idea when the people who made this are actually trying to go for sure. And honestly, I don't blame them, to be honest, and I can definitely see why they wanted to try to make it the best they possibly can, and obviously, I guess it does kind of make sense, and there's nothing wrong with it for sure, so yeah, I guess regardless of course, the couple of complaints I actually have, yeah, I will have to say, they actually did a really good job in, of course, replicating Thomas rather quite well for sure, and I really do admire, of course, what they actually did for sure. Now, for while that actually does work out well, and of course, this pretty much this form serving as a pet, yeah, given to, of course, the name Pillow Pet. Well, they did get the peg part right for sure, but what about the pillow part, to be honest? Well, I think that's something we're definitely going to look into right now, and thankfully enough, just like in every other pillow pet, there's a nice little Velcro strap at the bottom that you can actually unhook to make it into a nice pillow. So yeah, I guess with that being said, let's go ahead and unstrap this and see what happens. Ooh. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I guess from what I've actually seen as of now, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this actually does function quite well as a pillow for sure. Well, I mean, technically from the looks of it for sure, and yeah, I think with what I'm actually seeing with it all flattened out to make it look like a pillow, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's actually quite nice to be honest. I think I can really dig, of course, on that front as a little something to rest your head on for sure. And oh yeah, I guess that if I were to add in a third complaint to be honest, I would definitely say this. Yeah, pretty much as I really do love the following the dome for the most part, I think I will admit I think they probably might get in the way for the most part for sure, but I don't know, maybe I think it's because maybe I guess the people who make this want people to rest their heads this way for sure, and yeah, I guess that does kind of make sense, of course, that front for sure, but yeah, maybe I guess with the funnel and the dome in the way for sure, I think it might somehow make this a little uncomfortable to be honest for sure, but again, I can't blame the people who actually made this for sure, because again, they want to replicate Thomas the Tank Engine rather flawlessly, which again does kind of make sense. So, but yeah, regardless, of course, of that little flaw that I also need to bring up, yeah, again, I do think this actually works quite well as a pillow for sure, that I really can't help admire for sure. So yeah, I guess either way, regardless on what I have to say, this actually does function quite well. Alright, so I guess with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything that I can say for, of course, this one. So yeah, I guess overall, for a while, I guess there are probably like a few flaws that I've actually pointing out with, of course, this one. This Thomas the Tank Engine pillow peg, as we speak, is actually rather quite nice to be honest. Yeah, I mean, for a while, I think I do have quite a few issues with, of course, this one. I really do think they did an incredible job, and of course, replicating Thomas rather flawlessly for sure. And for that, I really do think they really did a good job on, of course, this one for sure. It may not be the best piece of merchandise that I actually got based around one of my childhood icons, but given to, of course, what I've actually seen, I think they really did a fine job with, of course, this one. And yeah, I really do think this is actually well worth checking out for sure. So yeah, I guess needless to say, I think it's kind of hard to say, of course, where the status of course, these kind of pillow pets are nowadays, let alone the entire pillow pets brand as a whole. But hey, I think they definitely did a fine job for sure, and I think that's something I could definitely get behind for sure. So yeah, I guess either way, I guess if you are quite curious to actually get this one for yourself, then by all means, go ahead and do so. I think maybe sites, pretty much some sites like eBay, for example, might actually carry some listings for, of course, this one. And I am fully aware that they also make another pillow pet on another Thomas character, which is, of course, Percy, to which currently, as of now, I don't own, to be honest, but it does look nice regardless for sure. So yeah, unless I actually do find a listing for, of course, the Percy pillow peg for sure, I might actually plan on getting that for sure. And I think it's currently unknown if they actually made pillow pets on other Thomas characters, to be honest. But I'm sure we'll have to wait and see later on for sure. But I could be wrong, to be honest. So, but regardless, if you can actually find listings for, of course, this Thomas the Tank Engine pillow pad for sure, then by all means, go ahead and check it out. I think you're going to be in for something really good for sure. So yeah, and I guess on that thought, that'll pretty much do exactly that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and by all means, let me know in the comment section below on what you thought of this episode for sure. I would definitely love to know on what you guys think. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching, and, well, it is going to be some time before I'll actually put up the next episode for sure, because I've got other things I need to take care of as of now for sure, but I'll let you know if I find anything good that'll be worthy enough for me to talk about in the next episode. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. So until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go ahead and get some sleep for tonight, and yeah, I think for a while I probably won't sleep on this for sure, because it's probably much more valuable to me. I think I'd much rather sleep on, of course, one of my regular pillows for sure. So yeah, I'll leave you that. So yeah, I'll definitely see you guys in the next episode. Take care, and good night, guys. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyTack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.